the official Madden 24 gameplay trailer. It's going to take a deep dive into different gameplay things. We've gotten to play the beta for the last 2 weeks or so. I have another week or so left, and I'll be giving my thoughts on what they talk about here, what I agree with, what I don't agree with, and just kind of my overall thoughts. We're going to be listening to it together. I'm going to pause it here and there to get just to be able to add in some feedback and my thoughts, boys. So without further ado, let's make sure the volume is on, and let's get into this bad boy. Let's bang. And yeah, here we go.
The goal for gameplay in Madden NFL 24 is to provide players with more control and realism through improvements to the field sense gameplay system, a completely redesigned character skeleton that we're calling Sapien, and enhancements to key areas of foundational football. As part of Madden 24's field sense improvements, Hit Everything 2.0 introduces new contested catch tackle types to provide more control and variety on defense.
So I will say, yeah, playing the beta, there's a lot more contested catch tackling. Like, there's a lot of new animation on that end. The whole Sapien thing with like the new movement, the movement looks the same-ish, I think. Maybe I haven't been looking hard enough. I feel like the movement's not incredibly different. So I don't really know necessarily what that means, if that just plays into having more control. Maybe they have more control over animations they can put players into.
In Madden 23, the mid-air tackling system changed the way players defended the passing game. But those were limited to tackling receivers who were leaping for the ball. In Madden 24, that system expands to all contested catches. So you can now make plays on curls, slants, and crossers much more effectively.
Yeah,
and
so
you can hit receivers coming across the middle.
If you see kind of some of these animations, like before, like if you went for like an ag catch, which would make your player jump for it, you could get into two-man animations. But really, if you ever possession caught something or you rat caught something, you would never really get put into a two-man animation on that catch. It would just go into a tackle animation as soon as the ball hits your hands, which made things like post slant really overpowered because the catch animation would always trigger, and there was never really a knockout animation that could come from that. You might drop it if there was a KO from a tackle animation, but never a knockout animation from that. It looks like and from playing the beta, it looks like they added in a lot of animations that really that'll really help against slant post, right? You have a post, you have a slant crossing over the middle before you kind of catch that right in front of a hook curl and then get tackled. Now it looks like, just from playing the beta even, that you might be able to defend those a little bit better, and there's going to be more animations from that.
Increase your control and ability to defend the passing game. New wrap tackle types like scoop tackles, low wrap tackles, mismatch tackles pay off the size, momentum, and matchup of every tackle.
Yeah, this kind of thing is more of like a visual thing, honestly, the new tackling. I don't really care too much about it. It's cool. It looks cool. There are a lot more like new tackles, but it's really just more of a visual thing. You won't see it play a ton of effect into strategy or anything like that, I don't think.
On the other side of the ball, improvements to skill-based passing introduces upgrades to make both throwing and catching smoother. Receivers will now maintain their speed and momentum when catching, no matter where you place the pass, giving you more control to get loose and turn upfield.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I have not noticed this a ton. Like right there, because last year you could keep the same momentum and stuff.
You place the
pass,
right?
You could keep the same momentum if you just pass let it in front of the dude. And I would assume you just naturally lose momentum if that ball is placed behind Tyreek. He's gonna lose momentum just because that's how you catch a foot. Right? That's just like how you run. If you have to turn something, you lose momentum. I'll be honest, I don't think they've changed passing that much. I think freeform is a little bit touchier. It's a little different, but it's not better or worse. It's just different in terms of like what throws. Like it's not. The only thing that's different is the sensitivity of the reticle. I feel like right now. The new animations or whatever. Like again, the new animations are cool to look at, I guess, but they're not like they don't make a difference gameplay wise.
A new jump, dive, and
yeah, like this right here, like cool to look at. It doesn't trigger that much, by the way. I don't know why there's idiots on Twitter saying it triggers all the time. It doesn't trigger all the time. And it doesn't give you an advantage or a disadvantage, really, it seems like.
Pass animations have been added for quarterbacks who often improvise to manufacture a clear passing lane.
Yeah, like that looks cool. Again, though, as I'm assuming this should not give you worse throw accuracy or anything, so it's just a visual thing.
Madden 24's new character skeleton, Sapien, has been completely rebuilt from the ground up, resulting in more realistic animations that better simulate athletic performance. On the previous skeleton in Madden 23, player limbs and joints weren't always accurately represented. You can see here some of the new ways that Sapien in Madden 24 more accurately reflects the bodies of
What are we looking at here, bro? What he doesn't have 100. He's just like this. Just looks like a 7th grade football player trying to get to a 3-point. This looks like a varsity football player in a 3-point.
Various NFL players.
Honestly, I'm not sure what I'm looking at difference-wise here. I guess maybe slightly more toned arms. I'm not totally sure. I'm not totally sure.
From players with
these aren't really. See, my thing is like these aren't really gameplay things though. Like in my mind, these aren't gameplay things. These are more like visual things.
Size
I guess.
And athleticism.
This has always been a thing.
Those with more athletic builds, Sapien transforms the way players look, move, and perform on the virtual gridiron. With Sapien, animations have higher fidelity and are more fluid, making the player movement more true to life for smoother gameplay in Madden 24.
I feel like the movement wasn't that different in the beta.
Our ability to respond to community feedback, like adding referees back to the field,
nice.
And it's optimized for both male and female characters.
Cool. Shout out to the NFL.
To foundational football in key aspects.
You know, say what you want about EA good sports, man. They might. You could argue that they're greedy as, but. God damn it, do not say they're not inclusive.
Enhancements to foundational football in key aspects of gameplay increase the authenticity of every play. First up is blocking.
Blocking
in Madden 23, blockers sometimes miss their marks. In Madden 24, a new blocking system makes open field blocking AI smarter and more decisive. And in turn, makes it easier for ball carriers to react to blocks. We're also expanding field sense animation branching technology to blocking, which allows the AI to branch in and out of double teams to get to the second level.
Is this nasty streak or is this?
And push the pile.
That's
We've added new run concepts like pin and pull and toss crack with dynamic pre-snap targeting and pull block assignments. All of these improvements will open up more space for the run game in Madden 24.
So stuff like this, the new pin blocking or the pin sweeps with the center pulling, some of them are very good in the beta. What I'll say, though, is that this is something that they say every year. The targeting is better right now, but all it takes, the thing is with it, is like as soon as meta defenses come out, the targeting might be really bad against those. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say if it's actually better. It does seem
Enhancements
better,
to the ball carrier pathfinding and AI behavior include the implementation of Frostbite navigation grid capabilities for the first time.
Frostbite.
The result is a better assessment of the playing field and defensive threats by ball carrier AI, and more appropriate movement through the chaos of a play. As a result of improved traits that intelligently determine how quarterback AI performs, each QB represents a unique defensive challenge.
I actually feel like I don't think this was a great example.
As a result of improved traits that intelligently determine how quarterback AI performs,
that's an insane throw.
Each QB represents.
I hate the scoreboard, by the way. I hate the new scoreboard. I hate it.
Presents a unique defensive challenge in Madden 24. Conservative quarterbacks will check down more often. Ideal decision makers know exactly when to sling in a tight window throw, and aggressive signal callers come with high risk, high reward.
I'll be honest, this is all just word fluff. Like even for obviously quarterback AI doesn't mean much to myself, who mostly plays online, and a lot of you guys also mostly play online. I understand not everybody does, but this is also just word fluff in terms of like what will actually happen. In my opinion, I feel like this is just they say this type of thing all the time.
Quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson are also able to use ball carrier pathfinding and are more dynamic to play against as a result.
I need to see if this is something. This is a thing in Madden 20 that they took out. See, he's dropping back, then goes into ball carrier mode right here.
Also able to use ball carrier pathfinding and are more.
I need to know if you could do that with a user quarterback.
Dynamic to play against as a result. In addition, AI quarterbacks can better execute
that wasn't a draw play.
Game, call hot routes, audible at the line, and are
AI quarterbacks can call hot routes.
Smarter and more challenging to play against overall.
Okay. That's cool. That actually
can. Crossover footwork allow DBs to see the ball and make plays more authentically. And now defenders need to be able to see the ball in order to make a play on it. As a result, slant routes and crossing routes will have a higher chance of breakups or interceptions, and defenders can utilize new animations to make more plays on high balls. Fumble recoveries are more realistic with new animations like crowded pileups and scooping
that's
scores.
Cool. That should be in the game.
And onside kicks are more authentic with the addition of new ball physics.
There's going to be some bug with that, definitely.
With over 70 new offensive formations, new pass and run plays that take into account a team's identity, and over 5...
They say 70? I wonder if the beta don't have finished playbooks. 70?
With over 70 new offensive formations...
70 new offense. Am I hearing that correctly?
With over 70 new offensive formations.
Over 70 new offensive formations. Okay.
New pass and run plays that take into account a team's identity, and over 500 new plays. There's more play calling variety in Madden 24.
But
New team-specific formations take into account real-life personnel alignments
70,
that allow
though.
for unique matchups, letting you be more creative when play calling. Improvements to Madden 24's post-play engine gives NFL stars more true-to-life reactions after every play.
Yeah.
Contextually appropriate reactions with more celebrations and frustrations make your teammates more dynamic and boosts immersion. Madden NFL 24 was designed to provide players with more control, more realism, and more confidence on the field. And we can't wait for you to get your hands on it.
I mean, some of this seems accurate. Some obviously, I mean, I kind of call it as I saw. I feel like throughout that, I will say the open field blocking seems better. It seems like there are going to be more pancakes with little people or big people on little people with offensive linemen on DBs. I think without nasty streak. One other thing too, they talk about adding animation for DBs. DBs can acrobat without acrobat ability, which I guess I need to see more of to see if I think that's cool or not. But yeah, there's a lot more DB animations. I will say, let's see, can we get back to the DB animation thing? I want to mention. There's a little bit of before.
As a result, slant routes and crossing routes will have a higher
you
chance
can tell
of
if a
breakups or
ball is going to be
interceptions.
caught or dropped based on the animation they got. I've seen a lot of animations in Madden 24's beta where the same animation will result in a catch and the same animation will result in a drop. I don't know if I like or dislike that. I think I don't like it a ton. I don't know, but I feel like I've seen a lot of the same animation result in catches and drops, which just makes it harder to tell if you're going to catch or drop a pass, I guess. Because you can kind of learn the game and learn what animation you're going to trigger. And if there's inconsistent animations that result in inconsistent results, I'm not a crazy fan of that. Again, it's something I want to see them play on more on the actual final build of the game. There's going to be a bunch of updates to the beta, or not to the beta rather, but to the game they're working on right now until actual launch day. So it's kind of hard to even make a ton of assumption. But yeah, it seems cool, man. I'm going to reiterate, though, my biggest issue, and it's a known dev issue. They've talked about it on Twitter. It's in the gameplay notes or whatever. It's a known issue that there's bad button delay right now in the game. Has to get fixed. Has to get fixed, or the game is dead day one. The game will be terrible gameplay-wise day one. But all the stuff seems cool. Obviously, they have a lot of the same corporate stuff they say every year. But, I mean, yeah, overall, I do think the game takes a step forward. Fix the button delay. I do think the game is taking a step forward this year right now. And, yeah, per usual, if you guys find yourself having issues winning games on Madden 23 or Madden 24, check out my website, civil.gg. Full schemes, guides, everything you need to start winning more games. Become one of the greats at John Madden Football. Link is in the top of the description, and code PREMIUM will get you 25% off. I'll see you guys over there, and see you guys in the next video.